Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hello and welcome. Welcome to day 2 of Masterboard. So, super excited to be here today and get to create with you guys. I hope you will play along. Of course, some of you might be watching this on replay, and that is perfectly fine. The same techniques will apply. And of course, you can gather up your supplies and craft along. In the description box, I have placed the supplies that I'll be using, possibly some, as well as the links to any of the products in case you're interested. That's right, Annette. Hello, hello. Hi, Carrie. Hi, everyone. Okay, are you guys ready to jump right in? Because we've got a lot of work to do. That sounds like work. No, we've got a lot of playing to do. I'm sorry. We're just going to play. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's get started. Now, if you've missed part 1 already of this series, then I would highly recommend that you go back and rewatch, okay? I am going to get started by, hi Kathy, hi Charo, grabbing a page of mixed media paper. Again, this is also available in our online store if you guys are interested, but since I do not know what we're going to be using today, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to start with something that I know is mixed media, and therefore it allows me to go in many different directions. Okay. Hey, Kat. So, for today, so the first week, again, we're going to focus on something different today. So the first week we worked on collaging papers for the most part, right? So we made, and again, you can go back and watch that, which was week 1. We worked on using our scrap pieces of paper, and we talked about placement, we talked about sizing, we talked about angles, we've talked about a lot of things. Today, we're going to talk about a totally different composition on a masterboard because there's lots of ways to do masterboards, and really there is no wrong way, right? So today, we're going to talk about paint and mediums. So I am not going to be using any paper whatsoever other than this paper basically that you see here. Everything else is going to be mediums, stamps, and stencils. So a true mixed media type of a masterboard going on. Let me get my glass mat. Hang on one minute, because we're going to be making a mess. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, I got stuff on my glass mat. Oh, by the way, look, they're still drying. Some of the tags that we did uh, in the tag bonanza class are still drying. So let me get something else that's not my glass mat. Let me let's cover up with some other mat. And you guys do the same. Find a mat to protect your surface because, of course, we're going to get messy. And if you are concerned about your clothes, I can see Madison put this away last. There's still paint on it. If you guys are concerned about your clothes, you might want to get an apron as well because it's going to get messy. And if you care about your hands, you might want to get gloves. You know what? I should probably get gloves. Why? Because I have a meeting tomorrow. And although I have my master soap, so I don't care so much about my hands, what I do care about is my nails. I don't want to get my nails all painty. Because, then I'll start peeling them. They're already starting to peel. And I'll start peeling them. And then before you know it, I look homeless, right? Okay. So, adding a little bit of baby powder helps your gloves slide in, especially these tiny ones. These are Madison's. So they're extra small gloves. And obviously, I do not have extra small hands. So, okay, there. All right, are we all ready? I hope you guys are playing along. If you are not ready, that's okay. Grab a blank piece of paper. You can grab whatever you'd like. It could even be a book page, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have handy. And just grab whatever you have, whether it's ink pads, sprays, you name it. Now, you will notice that I'm going to be using my Graphic 45 hybrid inks. Why? They are hybrids. Hybrids means that I don't care what I'm going to throw on here. If I'm going to put alcohol, water, whatever it is I'm going to use, once it dries, it's going to be permanent. So I am guaranteed that no matter what I do, I'm not going to have a bunch of smudging. Not that smudging would be bad. You know, I mean, it could look great. So, okay. You guys ready? Anybody have any questions for me before we get started? Again, if you missed week 1, you probably want to go back and watch that because I covered what are master boards, how do we use them. So all those very basic things I covered in week 1. So all those you can go back and rewatch and get your answers to those. But if you guys have any questions about the supplies for today, let me know. And if not, we're going to get started. I'm just going to try and clean this up just a little bit. Why? I have no idea. We're about to get it all messed up. So makes no sense whatsoever. Okay. Oh, focus, focus, focus. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about some very, very basics. So you're going to need, like I said, some mixed media stamps. You're going to need some stencils. You're going to need some ink pads, sprayers, whatever you have at hand. A stamp block would be great because we can always do some smudging and techniques. But let's get started. Now, the order on how you start this, and again, you can use a big old, scratch piece of paper or even a piece of cardboard, whatever you've got handy. The order really, when it comes to layering, it's not going to make that big of a difference, guys, because we're going to put layer upon layer. And the more you layer, the better it's going to look. So you're not going to be in love with your first layer. Do not fall in love with it or even your second, because we're going to keep adding, okay? Sometimes we make the mistake of loving the first layer and then we just want to stop there, and we don't want to do that. Vice versa. If we start with the first layer and you hate it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so ugly, I'm going to throw this away, don't do it. I know you're going to be tempted. Don't do it because you're going to keep working it until you love it. Okay, let's just get started somewhere. Actually, let's just get started with putting some color down. So for this first one, and the order of layering will not matter. And I'll show you that. We're going to go back and forth. And so you can always keep layering whatever it is that you're working with. Let's start by using some paints. What do we have here? Well, yeah, we can use, what shall we use? Let's use some dilutions. How's that? Let me grab some dilutions, and let me grab from Weekly. And again, whatever paint you have, actually masterboards are a great way of using paints that you no longer want. Like we have some of the cheaper, what are they called? Apple Crate or something? Apple something paints that we don't use anymore because we love, of course, for our projects, we love to use Stamperia paints, right? And if not, of course, Dilutions and Dina Wakley. So if you have some old paints, this is a great time to break out those old paints, especially if they're drying out or they're starting to look yucky, and just use them up and get rid of them. Okay, so here are some dilutions. And over here, am I in frame? Hey, Jenny. Hi, everyone that I've missed. I'm sorry. I probably missed somebody. I'm sure I did. I think I'm in frame. Let me go into StreamYard. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you're not going to see all the paints, but you guys get the idea. Gather your paints. And over here on this side, I have some of the Dina Wakley paints, right? So any paint, as I mentioned, will do to get started on our base. Okay, so let's just start by putting some paint down. You can use a baby wipe. You can use your daubers. You can use some of your sponges, like the Arbor Merlin sponges. You can use a brayer. You can use your finger. You can use a brush. You can do whatever it is that you'd like, okay? How's that? It doesn't get any simpler than that. And let's just pick some colors. just because. Let's just randomly pick some colors. Actually, let's try and pick some really wild colors at first, because it's easy to gravitate towards the colors that you love, and they're going to look great together, right? But sometimes, you just got to step out there. So let's do that. You can hear a ball in there. Anytime that you hear a ball inside of a product, you've got to shake it. And you've got to shake it well, right? Okay, and all I'm going to do is drop some paint, just because. And drop paint, and drop paint, and drop paint. That's all, just like that. No thought. I'm going to create like a little ball. You want to call it that? Like a little pom-pom. And I am going to just spread some of this out. So no thought, no fear, just spread the paint. Trust me, it will all work out. And you notice that I'm going in different directions as well, right? Okay. And these, by the way, make awesome painty paper towels afterwards, or wipes. What else do we want to add? What's wild? How about some of this? Ready for combat? Why? Oh, because of the gloves? They look kind of weird on screen, don't they? It looks like I am, I don't know. It just looks weird. And it messes with the lighting. Well, I might have to take them off. I think it's going to mess with the focus. Okay, let's just drop some of that. I didn't do a very good job at mixing it, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to grab a different area of my wipey, and I'm going to just blend that in. Again, you notice I'm not doing too much of a, like back and forth, and, I'm not going nuts. If I have a little bit extra, why not? I could spread it out, right? I'm going to end up covering it, most of it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. What else? Let's go with a, I don't know, how about a purple or a magenta? Because, it doesn't really go with yellow. It's dangerous, right? That's like the danger zone. That's like the brown zone, right? So, and if your paints are really, really wet, or if you're concerned about making mud, because maybe, remember that you can always give it a little dry in between, right? So we can do a little bit of drying to kind of get that to become a little more permanent. But I'm okay. Even if I make mud, it's going to look awesome. I am not worried. Okay. What color was I using? It's me, Nettie. It's me. I just didn't want to ruin my nails because I have a meeting tomorrow and I don't want to have to redo my nails. But, if I have to, I will. What can I tell you? Again, I'm going to kind of look for another area. I'm going to ball it up again. And I'm going to do the same thing. Now I'm just kind of covering different areas. Fun, huh? Just fun. It's just mess. It's just fun mess. Okay. Keep going. Okay, what other color can we add on here that is going to be crazy? A deeper purple? I think so. Maybe just a little bit. Oh, also, don't forget to finger paint. You can use your fingers. So again, a big brush, a wipe, your fingers. So why don't we go ahead and bring in some fingers. And I'll show you later one of my favorite things to do with my fingers. Although I might have to take off my gloves. Purple. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Totally crazy. Let's do it. And again, danger zone, because this could be total mud. Oh, I got two purples. I've got eggplant, and I've got probably shaded or layback lilac. Let's go with this one. Now this time, what I'm going to do is, again, do some drops, but I'm going to work this a little differently. I'm going to use my fingers now. And honestly, I love using my fingers for this technique because I like to feel the paint on my fingers. I'm just kind of going to now run it off. Again, we're not in love with this first layer. So even if you're in love with it, you're going to kiss it goodbye. So don't fall in love with it. Not yet. You'll see. Yeah, it smudges a lot better with fingers for sure. And that's just going to give us that little pop of color, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and dry that just a little bit. Although we could technically go in right now and do some stamping, which is always fun, but let's dry it. Messy. Yeah, Jenny, cool. See, there you go. Fun. And I'm just giving it a light dry. I'm not going to go like berserk because I'm going to keep adding stuff. We're going to keep layering and layering and layering. And by the way, even at the end, sometimes they're going to look like super messy, right? But they're going to look amazing when you cut them. Hey, sis. You're going to be like, ooh. But when you cut them and then you ink them up and then you do all your stuff, it's going to look amazing. Again, I'm just going to spread some of it that's still a little wet just for the sake of time. I want to see how much I can get in here. Because I have like maybe, I'm hoping to get 3 or 4 different techniques in here today. Maybe not. We'll see. If we don't do the other 2, that's okay. We'll do them in the academy. So it'll be fine. Okay, now that we've got some paint down, we're going to talk about muting it down, right? So we're going to need some white. Now you can either use a white acrylic or you can use white gesso. Either one is great for this. Let me get my brayer just to kind of, I'm doing everything. I'm doing wipes, fingers. I'm going to do brayer now just to show you that whatever tools you have are going to be fine. Even if you grab a brush and you want to do a dry brush technique, that'll work too. So again, work with what's in front of you. Just here. And I'm going to grab some of this white. And we're going to put some down on the table, on the mat. I need a little more than that, Maddie, but okay, we'll start with that. We're going to brayer some of this on here, and then we're going to bring it in just to create some white areas. Yeah, we're going to need more than that. And if you notice, it's still like semi-translucent. I am not trying to go for full coverage. I'm trying to go light because I can always come in and get some more, right? I can add more and keep layering. If something is a little too dark for you, spread it. Just spread it. You won't hurt it. Okay? And again, I'm going in both directions. I'm going horizontal and I'm going vertical. You can go diagonal. You can go zigzag. You can go whichever way you'd like. Oh, good, Kateri. That's always a good feeling, right? When you get something out of your house and you're like, bye. Make room. Okay, just like that. See, all we've done is muted it a little bit. Come on, stop not being in focus. And muted it down some. That's all we've done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy so far, right? It's all going to be easy. Okay, now if we love that and it's starting to look good, great. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in a stencil. Now, again, stencils, oh, there's so many. You can pick any stencil or stencils that you like, because you don't have to stick with just one. I don't know. I'm going to grab a handful. How's that? And then I'll decide from a handful because I can't decide. That's a cool one. Those are book spines. That's not going to work. I mean, it could, but I want it for something else. That's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one. Oh, there's a pretty one. Oh, look at that. I like that. And speaking of Dina, haha. Okay, I think I'm happy with this one. And what other one? Oh, that's tough. That one. And how about these right here? These numbers. That might look, or some squares. We need some squares. Yeah, let's find something with squares like that. Okay, so let's break it up now. So now we're going to move on to our next layer, which is going to be some stenciling. Now again, how you stencil, up to you. You can use stencil butters. You can actually go in with the same paints and create some highlights on here. So for example, you might think, well, you know, I don't want to use the same ones, but you can use a tone on tone. So we had, I don't know what orange we had used. I think it was this one. Here is cheddar, right? Similar, very, very similar, but not the same. I know it might look the same on camera, but it's not. See, same family, different color. So now I'm going to come in with a little bit of cheddar. I can even use the same white because we're still within the same color family, right? And again, just kind of touching it up. And then I'm going to look at it. I can lift it. And it's subtle. I'll bring it up in a second. It's subtle, but it creates such a pretty look. So I'll show you. Tone on tone is a great way to break up a background. See? Very subtle. But it is actually creating those layers that we're after. Let's bring in use the same stencil, and let's bring in this one. This is eggplant. Now, you can totally go for a different color. Introduce blue, green, anything you like. Now, if you have a project in mind, if you already know, I know what I'm going to be using this for, then you can use those colors, right? You notice that I'm really spreading it out. I am not going to be, look, that's a little less subtle, see? But I'm really trying to spread it out because I don't want it to be a focus. It's just going to be a layer. Oh, don't forget you can ghost print too. So turn it around. Grab a blank piece of paper, some kind of scrap. Pat, pat, pat. And then you will have, oh, I actually did the wrong side. Yes, I did. I actually transferred it on here. Okay, you get the idea though, right? That you can go ahead and transfer. Do your reverse on the other side. Okay, we've got a little something there. I'm going to stop there because I don't want that to be the only stencil. Where is my other stencil? Oh, here. Yeah, I'm going to have to take off the gloves. I don't know about my nails. They're not going to make it, but I can't work with gloves. I love the feel of the paint and everything on my hands anyway. Bye-bye. Okay, now, what shall we go in with? Well, we can start reintroducing some more white, right? Because we need some more white. So let's bring in, or we can even do a gray. It doesn't have to be stark white. We can do like a light gray. Let's do that. I love this gray. This one's called Mineral. It's one of my favorites, and I'll tell you why. It again creates almost like that white space without it being like stark white, right? Now I'm looking for other areas I haven't hit up yet. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. It really breaks it up. And don't be afraid to go on top of the other stencil. It's just like we did before. Remember when we layered, right on top. So you see, I actually went into this other stencil, but you see how it breaks it up without it making it like stark white. Love that color. Love it. And again, we're going everywhere. Remember, you want to cover, you're not thinking about a page composition, okay? Now, if you're doing a page for a journal, that's a totally different situation and a very different look. Right now, what we're doing is a master board. So we know that all of this is going to be cut up. So what do I mean by that? This area right here really had nothing on it. Nothing. I mean, just the colors and that was it, right? So what happens if I decide to cut ATCs, right? Or something like a postcard? Well, this will probably end up just being blank colors. So go everywhere, right? Make sure you're kind of spreading yourself throughout the entire page in order to ensure that when you cut, you're going to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. When you make those pretty tags, you know, they're going to have all kinds of different textures and focal points. Okay, looking much better. And I'm just using what's left on my wiping. So, and you notice here, you know, it's a lot cleaner than here. It's just like whatever was left on the stencil. So it's much lighter. Okay. So we're starting to break it up, right? You guys doing good? Breaking it up? Looking good? Okay, let's bring in some stamps. Now, again, oh, stamps, Lordy. They're, you know, that's why I love stamps. And mixed media stamps are amazing. Amazing. They are so much fun. So if you have some mixed media stamps, something that will add, you know, great textures, lines, you know, shapes. Here's a perfect example from Art by Marlene. Hey, Abril. Abril, this is your jam, girlfriend. You know, just lots of little funky little things is what you're after. If you do not have stamps, use what's around you. You can use caps. You can use copy just with a pen, right? Bring in your coloring pencils and draw lines and then dot, 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 you know, squiggle, squiggle, squiggles. So you can do it by hand. Of course, I mean, some stamps are just gorgeous, right? These are all in Create. Love them for mixed media because that is what they do, right? That's their jam. This is the Crackle one. Here's this one. That the same? Yeah, it is. I have two of the same. Oops, I'll put one back. You think I liked it? Obviously. I grabbed two. You could even use some of the text, some of the numbers. We could use some stitching, which we've done before. Let's see what other ideas I have for you. Oh, clocks. Clocks are always fun to use, right? Crackle. Cool little dots and stars. And here's some like writing, some text. Oh yeah, let's get some text. Bubbles. This is one of my favorite stamps ever. So with this one, I use it a lot because I love all the different stamps on there. This one from Graphic 45, another one of my favorites. So there are tons, guys. But if you have a text one, oh, look at this one. We might need to do that. If you have a text one, that's always a really, really good one to start with. Let me grab some text. What else can I grab from here? There are borders. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, look at that one. That one's fun too. Ooh, some text, also bigger text. And that's always good to mix some larger text and some smaller text. You know, some script and some, you know, typewritten ones. Let's see. I think we're good. I mean, there's a lot more. Oh, this is another one of my favorites. But I think we are good. Don't you guys think we have enough on the table? I think so. Let's keep this. Let's keep maybe that and that. Maybe that. All right, let's keep those for now. Let's clean the rest out. I keep all my mixed media stamps, what I consider mixed media, which are great for like texturing backgrounds and stuff like that. I keep them in a separate bucket, aside from like all the other ones, of course, that are like more like specific, like flowers, butterflies, people, maybe thematic ones, Harry Potter, Halloween. I keep my mixed media ones separate. All right, we'll come back to those. Let's just get started somewhere. Now, again, I have my hybrid inks. So we're going to go ahead and play with some of those. You can go light, meaning, for example, lovely lilac might be really nice to blend in with those purples. Again, subtle, but not it's not going to overtake the page. And then we can come in with other colors and then give it some more pop. So some stuff will be in the foreground, some stuff will be in the background. Let's start with, why don't we start with text? That's always fun. Great idea, Maddie. I need to do that. What? Oh, keep your stamps separate? Yes. Oh my gosh. When you need to do a mixed media anything, all you do is you grab your mixed media bucket and, just go to town. Now, also, if you want to always try them out, try it. See if you like it. I think that's going to be great. And if you notice, I am not using a stamping block. I am simply going to kind of just, kiss and lift. So, and again, I'm not necessarily going on the page. I'm even going off the page very lightly. Nothing that's going to be like, oh my God, I can totally see that. But again, these are those layers that are going to start building the background. Why am I going everywhere? Well, we've already discussed that, right? We want to go a little here, a little here, a little here, because when I cut, I want to make sure I see a little bit of that, right? No matter where I cut, I'm going to have some of it. Very subtle. Here, let me show you. It's very subtle. See it? It's not jumping out. You can't see it from, a mile away, but it's creating layers. Okay, I think we're good on that one because I want to do more. Don't forget to clean your stamps. It only takes a second, and it will make sure that your stamps continue to make beautiful prints for you over the years. Okay, so we've done that one. I think I like this script one down here. That's this one right here. Let me show you. So it's got like, more calligraphy. And by the way, these don't all have to face the same way. If you want to turn. And let's change color because we've done our purple. Let's bring in, I might have to get one of my other ones. We could bring in burgundy. That'd be fun. But I really want maybe a brown. Let me get what are my browns? Maybe a vintage. Oh, no, maybe scorched timber. And again, you don't want to go super, so have like a stamp off and just make sure, see that it's kind of like soft. You don't want to have like a full stamp off. Now we're going to do something with heavy stamping here in a second, okay? So stay put, hang tight. We're going to get there. Now I'm going sideways. I'm going off the page like so. And I think I'm happy. Well, maybe one here. Maybe. Right there. And that's it. That's it. Again, very soft. It's not going to jump out of the page, but it's there. It's there, just very subtle. Okay? And you can see how it's starting to kind of create those layers and break it up. Okay? All right, let's clean that stamp. Let's get ourselves some other fun mixed media stamps. We'll put this one back. I'm one of those clean and put away as you go because, well, number one, my OCD. But number two, if there is something that I can't stand is having a big old mess when I'm done and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to look at this. I just want to walk away. So This is a fun one. This one we sold not long ago on our Saturday sales. And hopefully you guys got one because it's super fun. I don't think I've used it yet. Have I? I don't know that I have. But it's got like all these little tiles. Look at that. Hexagons. No, pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagons. So let's try that one. Now with this one, I am going to get a block because I do want a better impression. Where is my big stamping block? I don't know where my big stamping block went. How about put it on here? Partially. That's okay. Partial is good. So this is my mini platform, which has, I think everyone in chat probably has one, but maybe those of you who are new to the channel do not. One of our best sellers. It actually has these cushioned little bumps. So what it allows you to do is to position your stamp and move it around wherever you want. And then when you're ready, then you press down. So I love it. Yeah, I know, right? Don't you love them? I agree. It was one of my best finds. Seriously. I use this thing like every day. I'm going to try and see how much of this there. I can get all that. I'm just going to be missing those 2 little bits, and I'm okay with that. Okay, what color shall we stamp? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me get my little inks and see what daringness we can do. What if we went with mahogany? What if? What if? Let's try. Because this is kind of like that plum, you know, from the eggplant, kind of played off on there. So maybe we can play off of that. Maybe. All right, let's see. And we don't have to stick with one color. You know, we can bring in multiple colors if we want on the same stamp. But, and again, I'm not going full on. I'm going to test it first just to see if I love it. Even if I didn't love it, it would be okay. It's kind of cool. Now, do I like that color on there? Not so much. Not thrilled about it. Let's bring in another color. How about if we go red? Fire brick. Why not? Or, yeah, let's do fire brick. Let's try it. And again, I'm just kind of going here and there and everywhere. So I'm not going to get a perfect imprint, and I'm not after a perfect imprint. I am after just a little boop there, a little boop here. Yes, I'm going to continue to use the same ink. Second and third generations are cool. So you can see this is much deeper than that, but it's still there. I can see it. I'm going to do a couple of more, 2 more impressions, and I'll be happy. Okay. I hope you guys are working along with me because playing is fun. Let's go sideways up here lightly, and maybe one down here, and maybe one over here. I'm really liking that gray. It almost turned into a blue. I think maybe we need to introduce a blue. What do you guys think? Okay. Like it. Don't worry. It's going to be awesome when we're done. Okay, we are pretty much done with what I call the first layer, the base. Yes, all that was kind of our first layer. I know it looks like a lot more than one layer, but it's not. So now that we are done with that, let me clean up my stamp. And then we are going to move on to the next layer. Okay. Ready for this? Let me find, where is my, here. Which way? This way. No, this way. Chica! Hi, girl. Where's my opening? Here, down here. Nope. Oh, Muddy versus bag. Here we go again. Okay. Now, we are ready to now move on to our next layer. You guys ready? You with me? We're kind of happy. We've got some stamping. We've got some, it's all broken up. It's going to look great when we are done. And we've chosen like the funkiest colors that we could find on purpose. Okay. It's easy enough for me to just, again, pick my favorite colors and make it look amazing because I know I love them and it's going to look great, but that's not what we're after. Now, we talked about the ability to be able to use things from around the house, right? So for example, if you do not have a stamp, but you do have a lid, you can use lids, you can use coffee cups, you can use all kinds of fun stuff. So let's go ahead and do that next. Now, one easy way to do that is, what is this? Night. Oh, didn't I say I like the blue? Oh, it's okay. We'll bring in the blue another way. It's okay. One easy way to do it is, of course, to simply take your black and put it around the edge of what you're working with. You can also run it this way. So whatever works, whatever gives you the most control. We do not want it perfect, by the way. It does not need to be perfect. We want it to be fun. And again, we're going to be cutting this up. So how about one up here? And I like to twist a little bit. See, very light. So I can come in heavier. And I can also come in with smaller ones. This one's kind of big, to be honest, but that's okay because I'm going to use it on the outside edge, on the perimeter of the, I don't want a big old circle in the middle. Okay. Let's put another one maybe down up here. How about up here? And I'm going to twist. Okay, that one's a little bit of a darker imprint. Very cool. I don't care about the back of my paper, but if you do, just kind of keep cleaning your area up. We're going to layer another bit. Okay, it's okay. And again, if I do not like that one and I want to go back, by the way, all I have to do is reline it up and twist again. Okay, now it's a little darker. I like it. Let's do it again. And if you want to just use your ink pad, you most certainly can do that as well. Just run it around the edge of your, whatever it is that you're using, right? Let's get one down here. Ooh, I like that one. Can you guys see that one? Very messy. Love it. So some parts are like really thick and yet others are completely faded. And I love that. Oh, and that says, I hear Madison. Yeah, she's here. Madison, did you say hi to everybody? No. Say hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. And again, remember, we're going to cut this up. So it's nice to have. No.
Could you just don't meet the personnel? Sorry.
Okay, bye. Be careful. Sometimes those meetups kind of freak me out, you know? That's just me, though. If you want, you can clean your lid so you can reuse it again and again. And you can collect different sizes as you're going through, you're throwing stuff away, like maybe water bottle caps. Awesome. That's a smaller one, right? Whatever you're getting ready to throw out, go ahead and save anything that is a circle so that you can reuse it. Of course, you can also do freehand circles, and that's always fun. Let's actually do one of my, a couple of my favorite things. Erasers are awesome, and so are fingers. I told you I love using my fingers. So for example, and of course, yes, I have sponge daubers. You guys know that. Of course, I have all the tools. But I'm trying to show you that you can just sit down and have a whole lot of fun without having to do a whole lot of thinking, right? You could just bring paint and a piece of paper and just with your fingers pretty much make a masterboard. So one of the things that I love to do is fingerprints. That's what I call them. Just little, cute little blobbies. You can also use your pencil. So we'll do that here in a second. They just make like really nice little faded, you know, imprints. And again, see, they're not perfect. And it's even better if you have some paint on your finger from the previous thing that you've done, because it creates multiple colors in one. So have fun making some nice little fingerprints. And you can even start fading them out by tapping them and making them a little bit bigger. But see, it's faded out. You can also use your pencil. Pencils are great out of paint. Hang on. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you. And let's use some of that gray because I really like that gray. It's pretty. Okay, so dip your pencil and then create perfect little dots. Just here and there. Subtle.
I said, hi, everyone.
Oh, good, honey. I'm so glad to hear. You can even put some together, do different sizes, come back in. The funkier, the better. Trust me.
That's pretty, Mama.
Oh, it's fun, honey. It's what it is. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. All right. And since I have that gray, I'm not going to waste it. That is not going to happen. So I'm just going to pick it up with my finger. And then I'm going to come back and create, again, some more of those faded smudges to break up everything. And this is a great way. If you have an area where you're like, oh, that was a little too intense, it's not what I was going for, bring it in and smudge it. You know, then you can kind of ghost it. Okay, good. Okay, we are going to keep adding layers. The fun still continues. Okay, so what have we done so far? Now we've done our stamping, we've done our stenciling, we've done even a little bit of finger painting, right? Now, we can come in and do also some splatters. Of course, we can also bring in some deeper stamps now. So again, remembering or maybe having in mind a little bit of an idea. So one good way of doing that is, hang on. Oh, I should have brought that thing. Well, where's that other one? I don't know where my templates are. Hang on one second, guys. Oh, I should have prepared them for you. To show you, I have templates where it kind of gives me an idea of, or you can just kind of imagine if this was a tag right now, you know, even if we cut this page in half, this would be a tag, this would be a tag. You know, if I did ATCs, this would be a tag, this would be a tag, this would be a tag, kind of, or postcards like this, kind of start looking at it and saying, okay, does that look good? Do I think it needs more? You can also, like I told you with the other masterboard that we had done, is remember, when you cut it up, right, we're going to photocopy it and we're going to cut it up. When we do that, we have the ability to come, oh, let me dry some of this because we're going to do something with those dots. When we cut this up, we then have the ability to come in not only with focal points like images or quotes, but we can also come in with specific stamps now and place that right where we want it, or butterflies or birds. All those things can be added after the masterboard is done, because a masterboard is basically a background. It's not really intended to really be by itself. It's a background. Okay, so, and remember, once we cut it up, we're going to ink up the edges and all that good stuff. But let's do some splatters and some other stuff. I just need to dry. Some of this stuff is on here kind of thick, so I'm just going to speed it up by picking it up. Now, don't forget, nothing says you can't continue to add other mediums. I'm doing this one with just paints, basically. I think that's all we've used. Paints and ink pads. As simple as that. But we can also bring in paint. We can bring in magicals. We can continue to, hang on. Let me get a spray to show you what I mean. What is this? Pure Sunshine Shimmer Spray. Now, it's a shimmer, so you have to mix it. Do I have one that's not? shimmer. I don't want to shake. Hang on. Let me look for, oh, how about a color bloom? Uh-huh. I kind of have to shake that too, don't I? Just kind of look at the bottom, see if you still have a lot of sludge. I'm going to put it on my little machine to shake it up for me. I think we've broken some of it up. I hope. If not, I'm going to end up clogging it. So you can bring in some color blooms. If there's something on there that's a little too powerful, I mean, I love it, but I'm just going to show you, you can always just kind of tap it. You can also add water and run it, right? I like those splatters though, a lot. Look, those are yummy, huh? Yummy splatters. So we can add some more. Again, if it's too strong, bring in some water and just continue to basically play. And this is why I said I'm going to be using mixed media paper, because I don't know what I'm going to throw at this thing. I have no idea, no plan, no thought. That's part of the fun of playing, right? I'm going to run some of that together. And if you notice, my hybrid inks are holding up to the test because that's what they're meant to do.
Hi, Ori.
Hi, Ori. How are ya?
Hola.
Just fun. If you love it, great. If there's something that you don't like I don't like this area, well, you know what? Pick up some of it. Now I like it. If you like it, freeze it. Oh, I specifically love this area right here, except for that. So I'm going to mop that up. But other than that, I love this area and this one. Just go wild, folks. Again, remember, if there's something you don't like, either mop it up or add another layer. You can just keep layering and layering until you are thrilled. And if we want to add a secondary color, another spray, we can. What other color could you? Just to make some mess. Sweetheart. Or my love. I'm not sure. Something like that. It's something cute. That I know.
Rochelle.
Hey, Rochelle. Aloha. Uh-oh. Well, we've just been making mess. That's all we've been doing. So it's starting to shape up. And wait till we cut it up. It's going to be so much better. Okay, what else can we throw at this? Let's do... What time is it? It's 7? No, I wanted to do like 3 or 4 more. Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's fun. Just fun. Okay, so I'm going to show you some areas that are so cool. And I know you can't see it from far away, but when you bring it up, look at those areas. So imagine when we cut this up and all you're going to get is that area, or maybe this one right here. You know, it's just going to look super stinking awesome once we start cutting this baby up. But let's do some more to it. Why don't we? Why? Because that's the whole idea. It's just to keep playing. I want to bring in some more of that purple. What do you guys think? Is it purple? I don't usually use purple for anything, but I love it. I love seeing other people use it. Do I have a purple bloom? Let's see. Since we started with blooms, let us continue with bloom. Ooh, we have that one. Oh, there are 2 purples. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
To make flowers. Or he says,
To make flowers. Okay, which of those two purples do we want?
I want that one.
Okay, then that one it is. That was easy. See? When the boss lady's around, it's a lot easier. Let me put it on my little shaker machine.
That's a great machine to have.
Oh, it helps my hands big time. And we need some smaller circles too. So I'm going to do some smaller circles here in a second. Yes, just like that. Spray, spray, spray. Don't think about it. Just do it. Oh, this is pretty.
It's light, though.
But it's very pretty. I like it. Say we add some more purple. Because if you're going to go big or go home. Ooh, and that purple and the yellow are mixing. Do you see that? Oh, that's cool. I love it. Again, if I didn't like it, I just grab my wipe and mop it up. I could just switch, sure. But I love that it's mixing. Some areas like here, I don't want that much, so I am going to mop it up just a bit. It's kind of running off my page. I love this one right here. Oh my gosh. So good. It's just getting messier by the second. And again, challenge yourself to, once you get comfortable with it and you've done one or two, and you're like, okay, I get it. This is just fun. You know what? Challenge yourself to use colors that you would never use. Like me, I don't use purple nor orange nor yellow. So this is like the furthest page from my colors as possible that I could get, right? Do it. I'm going to move a little bit, some of this with my finger. Again, finger play. Don't forget, fingers are allowed anywhere you want. Move it around any which way you like. When I want to move stuff around on a page like on this one, I usually prefer to use my heat gun, the other heat gun, because it actually blows stuff away, but I know it's loud on camera. So if you have a heat gun, when you're doing this kind of a page, by all means break it out, because it's going to help you move that water around, which is going to help you to disperse your sprays and your liquids. Can't wait to cut this up. It's going to look amazing. The colors remind me of like Mardi Gras, or I don't know, happiness. What do you guys think? What does it remind you of? Now that I see that reaction, I'm thinking of gloss sprays. How many of you out there have gloss sprays? Dina's, not Dina's, Diane's gloss sprays. I'm sorry. Wait.
Look beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Annette. It's fun. It's what it is. Hey, Judy.
Hi.
It's just fun. I mean, see, and grab stuff that you have, because you know what? You buy this stuff, right? And you're like, oh, I bought those. What was I going to do with them? This is what you're going to do with them. Make some fun stuff. Thank you. It's Dina. Is it? Yes. No. Yeah, of course, because they're not part of the dilution. Hello. Oh, somebody stop me, right? I think I know this stuff. All right, almost dry. I do want to dry some of this up because I want to add the next layer. And so I want to make sure that I'm not putting my hands all over this. Plus, I love the way it looks, so I want to freeze it. I want to just freeze it. Now, do you remember where we started? Do you remember that first layer? And I told you, I said, don't worry about it. If you love it, too bad. If you don't love it, it's okay. This is why, because there's no way that you can find those layers now. None whatsoever. If you tried to imagine how this started, you couldn't, because it doesn't look anything like it anymore. Okay, I have no patience because I'm live, so you guys will forgive me, but I'm going to just pick up some of this wetness because I just need to move on to the next layer. Otherwise, if I was doing it by myself, no worries, but I'm doing it with you, so I need to go. And we do have some gloss now because, of course, we have sprayed some of our blooms, which have mica, and oh my goodness, the shimmer is delicious. It's delicious. I'll get some of these layers. Hey, Diane. You guys see this?
I missed you, girl.
So delish, right? Okay. All right. Let's keep going. We're not done. I want to have some smaller circles. I do see the big ones. Great, but I think we need some smaller ones as well. We are going to do some splattering, so that's going to bring in some additional circles, but I do want to do, a little something different. So let's think of my stamp here that I love. Actually, one of my favorites. Let me find it, and I'll show you. Oh, or we could do clocks too. Clocks are nice circles. Here's a nice round circle. Let's see what else we can come up with that I have circles on. Oh, this has got circles. It's one of my favorites. This has got cute little circles.
Paper, rice paper.
Yeah, that's coming. I have it on the list of supplies. So again, I'm trying to get through this one so we can get to our next one. Here's one of my favorites. Love that one. Okay, so find some circles. And again, if you do not have stamps that have circles, like this one has 3 bubbles, and then it's got these, and then it's got these other bubbles, and look at that yummy grunge corner. Oh, right? If you have some other ones like these, those, plenty of circles on there that we can use. There's also something like this. And again, we don't have to use the whole piece. We can just tap in on certain areas, right? Just to get those circles here and there. This is another one of my favorites because, of course, it's got the circles and the splatters. And I think this one's going to work quite well because I'm going for that smaller circle. So I think I'm going to use this one right. Wait a minute. I have one of these already. And I used it. This is not mine. Oh, yeah. Where'd it go? Oh, I don't know where it went. So I guess I won't use this one. This has got to be an extra one. I have mine where? Where? Oh, hang on. Let me look through my box. It's going to be in here somewhere. Unless I put it with the class kit. Oh, it might be with the class kit. Never mind. I know where it's at. Oh, here's some more circles. See? Tim's got some on this one. So I'm sure you have stamps that have circles somewhere. Find those. Where are you? Oh, maybe in here. I put some in here. There it is. See, I told you I had one. Okay. Oh, I'm hoping we can do a second one at 7 o'clock. Oh, no. I don't know. Okay. So we're going to pick that up. And now I am going to bring back the black because I did already do some in black. I want to do the same thing now just a little smaller. Again, I don't want to go too heavy on it, so I'm going to try it out. Nope, heavier than that. And you can use also your stamping platform if you want to be, you know, more careful as to where you're placing your stamp. Don't forget here, I'll show you what I mean for those of you who might not be familiar with the tool, which we have in store. Yeah, that stamp set is coming with the, you're going to get one of these in the class. So you're going to get one. So again, this allows me, let me kind of reshape it.
Says, oh, I leave and come back some amazingness.
Ah, yes. Oh, that's mixed media. It's just fun playing. So again, this tool allows me to go anywhere I want. And then when I'm ready to commit, then I stamp. And not until then. Ah, see? Love it. Okay, let's do some more. If you're going to go off the page, which I highly recommend, make sure that you just put something behind if you do not. This is a Ken Oliver mat, so it doesn't matter. It'll take on anything. But if not, just protect your area. Okay, like so. Let's do another couple, 3 or 4. Again, remember, we're going to cut this up. So I want to make sure like every so often I have one of these or something similar. I am inundated by supplies now, guys. I got stuff everywhere. It's just everywhere. That's okay. We're going to clean up really quick and then we're going to bring in some other stuff to play with because I want to show you that you can do this in a different order and also with different supplies. Okay, I like that. We need something here, but I don't think I want to go with this. I mean, I could do it in random little places, but I don't think that's what I want. So let me clean that up. Where is the where's the microfiber cloth, Madison? You know? Mm-mm. And I love, by the way, that you can also see, and again, this one you guys are going to get in the upcoming kit for the class, but I like the fact that they also show you in different colors. So you remember, you know, you could use watercolors, you could use different colors, you can even use your paints, you know, you can do whatever it is that you want and have these look amazing, even multicolor. Okay, let's press on. In the center, I think I'm going to go with that larger bubble one just to bring in those circles, but in a different way. I must have used white last time because it looks white. Yeah. Yeah, it's clean. Okay. And white is also awesome, by the way, for breaking up backgrounds. Trying to find a way to position it on here. There we go. Okay, now let's come in with what did we use before? Brown. So let's bring in brown so we can tie in that other brown with this brown. Let me find my, who sees the lid? Anybody?
Jenny took your lid.
Jenny, you took my lid? Why? Why? Seriously, it's gone. All right, let's clean up. For real. I see it. Poor Jenny, we misjudged her. It's on the floor.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jenny. It wasn't you. Okay, we're going to clean up.
Because I needed a lid.
Because you need it. Well, fine. Take it. I'll share. Okay. It's on the floor right next to me. Let's bring in a brown again. We used what? We used scorched timber, right? And if we didn't, it's going to be fine. It doesn't matter.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
I'm sorry I'm late.
You are good. You can always replay. But we're making some fun mess. I'm sorry about that glare, guys. There, is that better? Or is it too dark? Let me know if it's too dark. Again, I'm going to try it out just to see. Do I like it? I might not like it at all. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Fun is what it is. But wait till you guys see the close-ups. Oh, they're going to be even better. Because I know the camera just kind of does its thing, right? Again, I am not going to press down. I don't want a perfect impression. Maybe I should even do it with my hand. I'm just going to lightly tap and lift. That's all I want. See that? Just a little bit, not a whole lot. Just kind of a wonky thing going on. Nothing solid. Nothing that I can define shapes and say, okay, that stamp starts there and finishes here. No, no, no. We want to get kind of gentle and lift. Okay. Again, see, all I see is this. There's nothing well defined, right? Yeah, I know. Yum, right? Super fun to play. Okay, we have a lot of empty space here. So I'm going to come in with a little bit of that as well. Nice. And then maybe a second generation here. And maybe a third generation here. I don't know if I can get a third. We'll try. Not really. Let's add a little more. Just lightly. Because I do want a lighter one here. And I want a lighter one here. See how light those are comparing to that? So that's always fun too, to bring them in second and third generation. Okay, we have a big old mess. I love it. I love it. It's just fun. And we're not done. We're almost done. Because I do want to move on to the next one. Allow me to clean that up. Where is the... Seriously, hang on. Oh, there it is. It's hanging right off the cart. Is it okay, guys? Do I need to turn the light back on, or is it too dark? Let me know. It's always that play with the glare, right? You either cause glare or you feel like you're in a dungeon. That's why this is one of my favorite ones. I love that it's got all those super funky cells. Oops, out of frame. Okay. We are ready to move on to splatters. Now, for splatters, of course, you can dilute your paints. You can use your sprays. You can do a million things, guys. And don't forget, you can also use stencil butters if you want some texture on this as well. If you're going to insert it into a journal, or if you just want it flat, you can just use, like we've done, nothing but paints and stamping, and it's, you know, it's as flat as it can be, right? Now, one of my favorite things to use for splatters are the Spectrum Noir acrylic paint brushes, and also the Art from Arlene's. And you can just tap those. So let's do that. Although I should probably get my splatter box because I am very messy. One sec. I am famous for having splatters all over my my computer, my screen, right? And these are great because you can just tap them. So you don't have to, like, I don't have to clean any brushes or anything. I can simply just, well, let me make sure I prime it first. There we go. You see the splatters happening instantly? No cleanup of any brushes, no cleanup of where else do I think I want some over here maybe. Again, I just want to make sure every bit has some because, well, I'll put it in the box. I'm going to make a mess. Because when I cut it up, if I cut ATCs or something, I want to have splatters everywhere. This corner needs some right here. That looks good. That looks good. This one needs some. So let's do that corner so I keep it on camera. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we've got splatters, we've got stencils, we've got stamps, we have some shimmer, and that's because I use the shimmer sprays. So I'm going to give this a quick dry, or maybe we should move on to the next one and come back to this at the end. What do you guys think? Maybe. All right, how is yours turning out? I hope it's turning out great. I hope you're having fun, which is the most important thing, right? It's just about having fun and playing. That's the main goal of all of these exercises. And that you use your products, that you enjoy the products that you've purchased. Okay, so this one I'm going to set off to the side. We'll come back to it later, though. So let me get another piece of paper. Again, I'm using mixed media because I don't know what I'm going to be doing to it. And now we're going to talk about, remember how I started by telling you that the order of things does not really matter. Honestly, you can start in the craziest of ways and then just keep layering and continue to layer and just have fun because there is no right or wrong. None whatsoever. So let's do, what did we start with last time? Paint, right? So for this one, let's do
Hi, Lindy.
stencils first. Hi, Lindy. Let's do stencil first. How's that? Why not? Yeah, let's do stamps and stencils first. And you're probably thinking, what? It's okay. It'll all work out. You'll see. Okay, where are we? Let's grab some stencils. That one.
Santa's showing.
Hey, guys. Hey, Luann.
Hello.
What else did we have before? Let's see. Let's grab. No, not flowers. I have a lot of flowers. I love floral stencils. That's one of my biggest problems. Is that I
Says
love
hi,
floral.
Maddie.
Hello, hello. Oh, that one's pretty. What else have we not used? Oh, where's that circle one that we started with? That one was fun. Where are they? Oh, that's a fun one too. That's a fun one. That's a mini. Not necessarily. Don't want to do minis. What is this one? That's a layering stencil. That's a mask. Again, just find something that's going to be cool for your backgrounds. You know, we could use some of those words. Okay. But I wanted to find that round one, guys. Now I lost it. Where'd it go? Here we go again. Who took my stuff? Who did it? We've used that, done that. I'm trying to find something we haven't done yet. We haven't done like a doily one, right? No. We could do that. Okay. I think we've got some good ideas right there. Again, no right or wrong. Oh, there it is. No right or wrong, guys. Use what you've got. Okay, so how about we mix this with this? Since that is like a doily, then we'll do some circles. Then we'll do some triangles. Again, I'm looking for different shapes.
The doily stencil is super cool.
Yes. This one's like a doily as well, so we won't use that. I think those three are fine. Yeah, I think those three are fine. Although I do like this one a lot. All right, let's go. You guys ready? Break out your first stencil and let's play. This one's kind of perfect. Look, it's like it was meant to be for this page. That's kind of perfect. Okay, now, once again, use your wipes, use your paints, use your pouncers, use your brushes. So actually, you know what? Let's use a brush. We haven't done that. We have not used brushes. So let's... And on this layer, I am going to go kind of intense because, well, we're not going to see much of this in the end, like when we started before. So what I want to do is I want to go in a little bit more intense. Then remember how before we were saying kind of go light-handed? Now I'm saying, whoo, bring it on, because we're not going to see a whole lot of this. When all is said and done.
The stencil and store line.
This one? I don't know. If you message me, Lindsay, I can take a look. Okay? Because it might not be online at all. It might just be, you know, like things that we haven't had a chance to put online. I know we've sold it in the past, so it's just a matter of, do we still have some more?
She says, okay, thank you.
Yeah, just message me. I'll look for it. Okay, kind of intense, right? I'm doing it on purpose. I'm going dark. All right, let's not, I love the stencil, so I just want to keep going, but I got to leave room for everything else. Hang on. And over here, I'm just going to try and make sense of, you know, maybe using some of this over it. Okay. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's it. Fun, huh? Already pretty. I know. But don't fall in love with that layer because you're going to make it go away. We can save that one for later. That one's kind of busy. Let's use circles. We'll still save those for the next layers. Let's bring in some circles over here. Nice and intense. And yes, I am going to overlap what I just did. See how fun? Go over it. Just go right over it. Not all of it, you know, but some. Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't feel sad if you love it. We're going to do all kinds of stuff just like before. And then before you know it, you're going to have something awesome. So we're going to cover this whole thing basically with stencil. And yes, I'm again going to go over this other one. I'm even going to come in more intense so I don't even see that other stencil. I'm going to plow right through it. See that? Okay. And where else? Let's go ahead and bring this one in. I know this is some crazy stuff going on, right? And you're like, what? I never thought of actually putting the stencil on first. Why would you do that? Well, because we're going to see it. We are going to see it. Not a whole lot, but we are going to see some of it. It's a great way to, you know, again, prove that there is no right or wrong way of doing this. There just isn't. Ta-da! Let's go ahead and plow right over this one right here. Let's go crazy on this corner. Yes, let's. All right, look at that. It kind of looks cool though. I was really trying to make a mess. I really was. I don't think I succeeded. I actually like the way it looks. Oh, that's funny. Okay, now let's go ahead and now add our paint. I know, crazy, right? Now we've used, let's use Tim Holtz.
Ori said very cool.
I know, right? Ori, not what we were going for. I was hoping to make it look really ugly because if yours looks hideous, you've done it right, okay? I did it wrong. The plan was to make it look ugly.
Lindsay says looks so cool.
I know, but it's not supposed to. Isn't that funny? All right, let's go some funky other colors. We did purples, yellows. We did warms. Let's go cools. How does that sound? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go cools. Okay. Madison, what do we do? What do you want?
Well, I know. Teal.
Of course, teal was going to come out. I knew that one. What else? How about a green and a blue? I don't know. There you go. And then maybe we'll even bring in some yellow.
What about pink?
Oh, we could throw it, but we did a warm one already. We could throw in some
chocolate.
Why not? Throw in some pink. Madison said pink. Do some pink.
Brown.
Oh, this is good. The next one I'll do brown, I promise. Lindsay says, go teal. Yes. And you know what? This is a great way to make bases for your challenges too. If you're looking through your stash and you're like me, if somebody challenged me and said orange, I'd be like, I don't have any orange paper. Like, I really don't. I don't think I do. It's not a color I'm attracted to for my own crafting.
Especially for the middle page.
Yes. You know what? This is a great way of bringing in those colors and making your own papers, right? Your own background to match any project or any challenge. So right now we're going to channel in our teal. And this would be awesome, like to do, look, these three colors, oh my gosh, just sing to my soul right here together. This is Lucky Clover, Cracked Pistachio, and this is an old one. Look at the label. Wow. And what? Weathered Wood. Okay. So, you know, or how about these? Or how about those, right? So you can do boho vibe. Yeah. Uh-oh. I put back the teal. Oh, no. Was it this one?
No, Mommy, that's that one.
It was this one. Sorry, Madison. Sorry. Got sidetracked.
No, it's not actually. It's not pistachio. Is it pistachio?
Oh, pistachio?
Was it?
Okay, got it. I'm just going to shake them up really quick, guys, because it's been a long time since I've used my Tim Holtz paints. Like, did you use them last? Probably. It's been like over a year, probably. Shame. Shame, shame, shame.
They're cool, though.
Yes, they are. Let me get these out of here because we're going to brayer now. Now, you could break out your gel plate, right? The best way to brayer, honestly, is to take out your gel plate and just put your paint on there, and then it distributes it beautifully on your gel plate. However, some of you might not have a gel plate, so I don't want to use, I'm trying to, to show you that whatever paint you have in your stash and, just your mat will work. But if you have a gel plate, break it out. Okay.
Some of us do. Some of us don't.
That's right. And if you don't, you might want to invest in one because it's really fun.
Even the kids can play. Right?
Mm-hmm. Once again, I'm just going to do a little bit of paint there. I'm not picking up enough.
I need to get a gel plate, Lindsay said.
You do, Lindsay. They are so much fun. Actually, gel plates are a problem, and I'm going to tell you why. Because once you get started, you can't stop. Finish. And then you have like 50 trillion papers, and you're like, holy schmoly, what have I done? So just be aware of that.
They're addicting is what they are.
They are. Oh my gosh. When Madison and I break them out and we play, I'm not kidding. We end up with like the whole floor is covered. Uh-oh.
You were saying whole floor and what?
Nope.
Pond?
Ooh. Oh. It's new. I was going to say, ooh, we haven't used it in forever. Not true. We never used it.
color is that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Looks like
And why haven't we used it? It is, and it's an old one. This is an old label. Porcelain. Oh, broken china. See why I wanted to guard my nails with gloves? I have failed, folks. Oh, why am I doing that? Just put it right on there.
my wiping.
The paint that I was going to throw away.
Lindsay, they're so much fun. Lindsay says they're so much fun.
Yes, they are. Waste not, want not. Use it all. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Don't worry, we're going to cover a whole lot more than this, guys. I'm just going through my first layer first. And then we're going to come back for layer 2, maybe layer 3. But you notice I'm using like a smidge of paint, right?
Not a whole bunch.
Nope. It's a drop. And if you were using the brayer, you would use probably even, oh my goodness gracious. And this is another old one.
What's happening? You're not getting any color out.
Oh, I know why. I replaced my daubers with the new caps.
What do you mean?
These used to have the sponge daubers, Lynn. Where's Lindy? Lindy, so I replaced my my caps. I'm like, wait, I've used this color before.
You had the little sponge dog.
Yeah, they used to have the sponge daubers. And now since I replaced it, the new caps come with that little seal thing.
Top.
Yep, that was funny.
Like he's laughing.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. I'm like, why are these like, I mean, they're like the old labels. These are some of the first things that I ever got. When I started watching YouTube, I didn't know who Tim Holtz was. I didn't know what anything was. And then, uh-oh, I have something here. And Madison and I were watching somebody making tags using this, the swirl technique, the water technique.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my gosh. So we went right down to Michael's, which is all we knew. We didn't know anything else. And picked up some of his paints. And then, of course, in talking to friends and yada, yada, somebody said, oh, have you ever been to Scraporium in Tampa? I was like, no. I mean, we've lived in Tampa forever, right? Shame on us. We had no idea that there was a privately owned store and that they had like all these amazing things, not like the generic, Michael's stuff, but
Hobby Lobby stuff.
Yeah, like the good stuff. And we were like, oh my gosh. And then we got to see Graphic 45 and Stamperia. And we were like, what is this? What is this? I mean, we were so ecstatic. So
and that's how we picked up the kaleidoscope.
Yes. Okay, now we're going to go in. We've got, like I said, a little bit of a base, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go in with some white. Again, if you have white gesso, oh heavens, here's another one. Feel free to use that.
Isn't the page already white though?
Yes, but we're going to ghost that background we did.
Oh.
We're going to fade it out. So we're going to add white and then we're going to come back again. So hang on. Hang tight.
We're not done yet.
We are not even close. We're having fun. Mm-hmm. By the way, I could do this till like 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. So
really?
That's why I'm trying to set myself a time limit. Because if not, I will be here all night just doing this. It's just fun. It's just absolute fun. Yeah. All right, going in light. Going to start fading it out. Yes, we're going to see a little bit of the color. Yes, we're going to see a little bit of the stenciling that we've done, but we are not going to see a lot. Actually, this is not covering as much as I wanted to. Maybe I didn't shake it enough. We might need gesso.
Lindsay said they could watch until 2 o'clock in the morning.
She's like, go, Maddie, go. Let's see if it's going to get any better coverage. No, it's still too late. I need deeper coverage. I'm going to go get my gesso. 1 second. It's right here. I make it sound like I'm going far. It's right here. Where's my white?
Are you a morning person, Lindsay, or a night person?
What time do you guys usually go to sleep? I'm curious. Oh, now it's nice and thick. All right, here we go. There we go.
Why? Why are you curious when you go to sleep?
Just curious. Are they night people? Are they like, do they roll up the sidewalks at 6 o'clock?
Roll the sidewalks.
You like that one?
I'm a night person though, and so Lindsay said so twice.
Through and through, she says. Really?
What does that mean? Through?
Through and through, meaning all the way. Do you see how it's starting to fade out? We can still see it.
Any from 9 to 3, Jenny says.
Anywhere from 9 p.m. Oh, really, Jenny? Wow. Okay. Who else?
Sleep, what sleep? Lindsay says.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That was me a few years ago. But I tell you what, it's definitely changed. I used to have the worst insomnia. Now I'm like, I want my bed.
When we go places, she's always says, I'm going to her home, bye-bye. Right?
Yeah, I'm a homebody now.
You don't like sleeping in Chelsea.
I do not. And I'm going to continue. See how I'm going slowly, right? I'm not just I'm not blobbing it on. That's why I'm brayering. I'm going lighter and lighter and lighter. And I'm going to continue to layer up until I am happy. And the brayer also gives me control on what areas I want. So some of this is starting to fade out really nice, but not this. This is way too dark. Now, if this was a full page layout, I wouldn't mind that at all because I want some areas to show, some areas to not. But since this is not going to be a full page layout for me, I'm going to cut it up. Yours might be totally different. Then I want to make sure that everything is super, super light. How fun is this turning out, huh? So hopefully this encourages you to realize that it doesn't even matter if you're like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Do I put this first? Do I put that first? It doesn't matter what you put on first at all. You just go wild. Okay? A little bit more. So everybody here is a night owl?
It seems like it. I like this
does.
one, Kat said.
You like this one? Yeah. Fun, isn't it?
Are you a night owl? Are you a night owl or morning person?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a mixture, actually. I'm kind of a mix. I can stay up late, not too late. Some days I can. But I can also just, wake up early. So
Listen to this. Lindsay says, I have really bad insomnia. It's horrible. I wish I could sleep like a normal person.
that was me a few years ago, Lindsay. It was absolutely horrifying. Like horrifying. And thank goodness it's changed. Thank goodness.
Lindsay says early bird here.
Yeah?
Kat says being retired is like both. Like craft, and best is 11 to 3.
Ah, okay. Yeah. At night, that's when I used to do a lot of my videos and tutorials. And I love that night when I'm all alone. Everything is quiet. I'm like, hello, everyone. I'm just so calm and relaxed.
Don't do that anymore.
I should probably go live in the late at night because that's when I'm really relaxed. When all the phones stop ringing.
People.
No more anybody's asking me for nothing. Everyone's ate, they're in bed, and then I can get my jam on. Okay.
Yeah.
How is that looking so far? I think it's blurry. That's what it's looking. I think it's looking mighty fun, right?
Says, Kat, I'm getting up between 3 and 4.
Oh, I should have shown you a really cool trick. Oh, I could probably still do it with the light from Holtz, that white that I wasn't happy with the coverage. Check out a really cool trick. Where is that stamp that had text? Oh boy, what did I
It
do?
looks amazing, Lindsay said.
Oh goodness, thank you. We are just getting started. We're not even close to where we're gonna go. Okay, hang on. Text. How about?
As you know,
How about
for me?
No, let's find bigger. You know, it's funny because sometimes Bernie looks at me and he goes, "Why do you need 50 different text stamps?" And I'm like, because it depends. Some I need bigger, smaller, typewritten, calligraphy.
For me,
With that.
for me, ladies and gents. For me, ladies and gents. I'm a night person. Not really. I don't wake up early.
Now.
Unless we have to go. So Katir's is finally back.
Yay! How'd it go? Did it go well? Okay, so here's another fun thing to do.
Oh, Maddie. Oh, will you add 2 combo glue sticks to my box? The large ones, please.
Check this out. Something really fun to do. I know you're like, what? While it is wet. While it is wet.
Oh, 2.
1 second, babe. Am I upside down, right side up? Put your stamp in. Hopefully it didn't dry. And lift. And what happens is it lifts, but leaves the text behind. So not only does it do texture, it creates a very subtle, do you see that? Super cool, right? And of course, anywhere that you want to fade it out, just use your finger. Go in, fade it. If you want to reveal more of the paint, you can go in and, kind of mop it up a bit. I'm going to do it again here.
How did the meetup go? Did it go good?
But it's one of my favorite things to do because it creates the most subtle, prettiest text and white areas on your papers. Again, I'm going to just place it in and then
We'll add your glue to
lift.
shell.
See that? See what it does? And then again, anything that I want to fade out because it's too white, I'm just going to come in and kind of rub it away, blend it in, fade it. Oh, Madison, can you go close that window, honey? I'm getting some glare here or some of that sun shining through.
Give me a second.
Okay, cool, huh? Again, play with it if you'd like. And then, of course, make sure you clean off your stamp because you just used acrylic paint, right? And Tim Holtz paint is permanent once it dries. So you don't want that, especially on text where it's like so fine that, you want to be able to see every little swoop or whatever. Okay, so another super fun technique. Now you can do that, especially if you don't care about what's on the back and you're laying your first layer of paint and it's nice and thick. Oh my goodness, I love doing that. So don't forget to do that as well. You don't even need inks at that point. Yes, thank you, honey. Okay, where are we? We need some stamping. So let's dry it a little bit. Oh, while that's going, I'm going to clean my brayer because it's already almost 8 o'clock. Hey, Toby. Oh, thank you.
And that says, Maddie question. What did you do for plastic paint?
You would use your Cosmic Shimmer acetate acrylic glue. Now we're talking about light plastic, right, Annette? Or are we talking about like a thick plexiglass? It all depends on what we're talking about. Oh, I like it anyway. Yeah, don't let me forget afterwards. My hands are all painted right now and I won't remember later. Okay. Super light ghost text. Love it. Almost dry. Come on.
Did you say yes to the glue sticks?
I said, don't let me forget. My hands are full of paint right now.
Knitting needle.
My sister's knitting needles. The tip came off. The tip came off of what? Uh-oh. What happened? Kind of dry. We'll call it dry. How's that? So we can move on.
Michelle's trying.
Okay. Now we're gonna talk about.
E6000 maybe.
It depends. It depends if it's super thick. I would use. If it's heavy, I would definitely use Extra Forte from Stamperia, or E6000 is fine. But if it's just we're talking about, acetate or vellum, or like a piece of plastic that you're gluing on a card or a shaker.
Oh, she says the tip that you point to slip the part you hold on into.
The tips that are pointed slipped off of my part to hold on to. Huh? What are we talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
And that's a thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully I answered. I don't know that I did. It just depends on what weight, your project.
It's hard to explain in that sense.
Yeah, it depends on what the weight of the project is, for sure.
She needs the knitting needles.
Oh, the knitting needles. I see. I don't know anything about not knitting. So if it's plastic on plastic, and you're going to be putting a lot of like pressure on it and pulling on it, and I would either use E6000 or Extra Forte for sure. Okay, Where was I? I was looking for something. Oh, mixed media stamps. You know what? Let's just use what we have on the desk because we're running out of time. Oh, we forgot our pink. We'll do the pink. Yeah, we'll do the pink.
Rochelle says, what type of needles is she using?
See, I know nothing about knitting. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I would love to, but I don't know anything. Sad, right? Where are my dots? Oh, here.
She had.
What else do we have here?
She had a looming kit.
This.
You had a looming kit.
I did loom. You're right. That's about all I've ever managed is to loom. This one's kind of cool.
You made your kid's hat.
Do we want the grid paper or the checkers? What do we want to do? They're both square, so I can only pick one. And we already did bricks, so I'm not going to do bricks. Do we do the graph or the checkers? First person to answer.
Checkers.
That's what we go. Grid. Done. So we're using this, and this. Okay, here we go.
Checkers.
Well, it's too bad.
Hey,
So sad.
You did make me and Michael hats with loom.
I did.
Checkers, Rochelle says. Checks for it.
Checks, yeah. Okay. Well, and off we go.
Yeah.
Put your mittens on your kittens.
You're making it look easy, the fan says.
It is super easy. It's just play. Again, I am not using a block because I don't want.
Too dirty?
No, I don't want a geometric, perfectly placed impression of anything. I am just going in and touch here and there and everywhere, okay? Like so. Done with that one. We're going to add the pink. So let's bring in some black because we are going to add pink. No, let's do, what colors do we have in here? Ooh, this is a gorgeous color, marine blue. Let's do our numbers in black and the dots in aquamarine.
Did you already do blue though? Okay.
I think I have the stamp upside down too. That's fine. See, it doesn't matter which orientation it goes on. Again, I want to get here and there. Why? Because I don't know where I'm going to cut. And if I cut a tag here right now, if I was to cut a tag or a bookmark, well, I would have not a single bit of the stamp. So you don't want to overcrowd it and make it look so busy that it's like yuck.
The ink pad, the lilac one, yummy.
The graphic 45, they're all yummy. I wish they had every color,
Yeah.
but alas, you don't. So we just make do with what's there.
I wish they had a green color or teal.
All right, master boards are about making a mess. So make a mess. And again, don't forget about your third and fourth generations. It's a great way to clean off your stamp too, by the way. Just keep going until there's no more ink. And now you've cleaned your stamp. Kind of, sort of. Okay, not done yet. We are on, I don't know what layer now.
What layer are you on?
I don't know.
16.
I make it up as I go.
Yeah.
Clean off your stamps.
Lindsay says the marine blue one, the lilac purple from the same brand.
Yeah, graphic 45. Yeah, they're all beautiful. I love them. Absolutely love them. Like I said, the only thing I'm upset about is the fact that, you know, I've been asking for a green. I've been asking for a brown. So far, no luck. And I keep saying if enough of us ask, maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll do it. But not yet. Okay, let me put this away so I don't lose anything. And we move on. Now, we started all backwards, right? All discombobulated. We went in all kinds of sideways orders, and that's okay because it doesn't matter how we do it. We've done some mixed media stamping, stenciling, the same stuff basically, but just in a different order. So now, how about if we do some stencil butter? Hang on. Yeah, we can do it all.
Hi, Bev. Bev says hello.
Hey, Bethany.
No.
Now, don't forget that your stenciled butters can be colored as well. You can actually add paint. So you know how Madison wanted that pink? Let's do that.
Really? You can mix it?
Yeah.
So you can contaminate it.
No, we're going to mix it on the mat, baby. So grab some, put it on your mat.
Graphic 45 inks for Chelsea.
I know. I love them, right? Like I said, the only problem is they don't make enough colors. Uh-oh. There we go again.
Open again.
I know.
Lindsay, the marine forest moss is my favorite pair.
Come on.
I don't really see any pink on there. Right?
There's not a whole lot.
Oh, wait. Was that the Mickey poop in ink? Rochelle's asking if that's the Mickey poop in ink.
1 second.
Mickey Pete ink, sorry.
Ooh, pretty pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's pink.
Hey.
And Bevy just got here. Look, Bevy, just in time for pink. Again, not going for perfection. Going for kind of tapering off here and there.
Pink, she just said pink.
I know, not full coverage. Here and there and everywhere. So you notice I'm not doing perfect. I am just kind of grunging it up, right? Again, I needed kind of a little bit of everywhere because don't forget that we're going to be cutting this baby up. So I want some just about in every quadrant.
What color do you want on the ink?
I don't know. Let's see what we're going to do next. Let's decide on the fly.
Oh, that board looks amazing, Rochelle says.
Oh, thank you. Waste not, want not. I'm going to scrape every last bit of this. Now, if this was dry, which is not, another thing you can do is remember, waste nothing. So you can grab your stencil. And of course, oh, I could do it on the other board.
Jenny says talking whistle just went off. Yes, some wind coming my way. It's tornadoes.
Be careful, please. So spritz it. Well, it's still wet. It's got to be wet, guys. And by the way, clean off your stencils right away. Don't play with this stuff because it will.
Make a mess.
Oh, it won't come off. Very faint. Yeah, I didn't have enough product on there. Well, boo, boo, boo.
Mm-hmm.
No, not enough. Okay, that's all right. Do I have a piece of paper to show you? Maybe.
Benny, make sure you
See?
safe
So you can do some really cool reverse stuff because it picked up some of the other colors from the other one. But clean it, clean
If
it.
you have
clean it.
electronics on, and you have tornadoes, when they can blow your things, right?
Oh yeah. More importantly is
Yes.
to stay safe.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to clean this. And when I'm crafting, guys, I know you don't see it because it's off camera, but I do have a bucket with water.
Mhm.
And so I throw them in there right away. So, you know, they're going to stay nice and wet. So the stuff will come off. But if you notice, Madison, can you dip it in?
What?
Can you push it down? I didn't
Sure.
push it all the way. Thank you. Okay, bringing this back.
Put it down.
Thank you, love.
Yeah.
Now, let's continue on. We're going to dry this a bit because it is stencil butter. Now, I didn't put it on too thick, so it shouldn't take us very long. If you notice, I use very little product, and I went ahead and spread it out and, you know, again, clean your tool because that stuff will stay on there. And then you have to have some serious work later cleaning it. Okay. Let's dry. Any questions about anything so far, guys? It's again, there is no wrong or right way. As you can see, no matter what order we've gone in, no matter what stamps or stencils we've used, you know, it's very, very easy. Now, I'm not going to get to the collage part of things. I'm just not going to. Well, I have two other techniques to show you, but I guess, well, next week I plan to do something different. We might have to do them in the academy. How's that? Because I'm out of time. I'm out of time. And that's what happens when you're having fun, right? Time flies. All right, the next thing we're going to do after this is grab, and you can do this with sprays. You can do this with powders. You can do, oh yeah, we're not done. Oh no, we're not done. That's what I'm saying. I got to finish this one. Can I get the little grungy circle splatter? You are going to get it, Rochelle. It's going to be part of the All in Create class that's coming up. I already have them ready for your kits. So fear not, it's coming your way. That's going to be a super fun class. I mean, unless you want it right now, but you don't want to, I'm sure. I'm sure you don't want to. It's still tacky. Well, kind of. Yeah, hang on. Just 3 more minutes of patience. No, not even. I'm going to do 60 seconds, and then we're going to go. And whatever happens, happens. How's that? It might be part of the fun. See what happens. If it starts to run and melt, it might be cool. Okay. All right, that's it. That's all the patience I had. So now we're going to do some magicals. Oh, yes, we are. So I just grabbed some. As you guys know, I am a collector of magicals. So I have, I think, almost every single magical that there is because I love them all and I can't live without them and I need them. And I've got something new coming up for you guys. Wait till you see. So let's pick. Madison wanted that pink. This has got a pink. Because that pink, I mean, it's there, but it's a very soft pink. And if not, I might have to run and get another pink. Oh, look at that. Yay for pink. So this is Sweet Treats, and this one is called Candy Pink. So let's find that candy pink. There we go. And we might leave, because we're running out of time, we might leave some of these other colors out. Which one's this? Chocolate brown. Ooh, I like that. Milk chocolate brown. Maybe we'll do some of that. Okay, some of you are extremely familiar with magicals because we love to play with them and use them. Some of you, this might be your first time. So magicals can be, applied in many different ways. I'm going to use my fan brush because for me, it gives me the most control of deciding where I want, my magicals to go. I'm going to start with that. No, since Madison really wants that pink, I'm going to start with a little bit of blue. And what we're going to do here is, who's going, Cat? Good night, Cat. Thank you so much. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just lightly spray, just light. Then we're going to bring in our magicals, and I'm going to tap them actually kind of up here, and I'm going to run them down the page. Now, I know you can't see much, and we might need to add more, but it's better to go in light and then add more than the other way around, right? And to have to mop it up because you use too much, and then you're just wasting product. So, again, we're going to run that down some. If it's a little too intense, just add a little bit more water and bring it down. And then we're going to stop there and we're going to freeze that. If I get pools, I like to bring them back sometimes. And then I like to bring them back again. So I just kind of keep moving them back and forth so that I can keep them more intense in certain areas than others. But do you see how we can still see the stamping that we started with in the back? Very, very faded. Even in the places where we went super white, like there, we can still see it. It's back there. I know it's hard to see on camera. You can definitely see it a lot more in person. Okay, so we've got that going. I think I need more blue here in this corner. So once again, I'm going to lightly spritz. It's already kind of damp. I'm going to add Madison, honey. I'm going to add some more to that corner, and I'm going to wet it, and I'm going to run it. So pretty, isn't it, when it runs? I love that effect. I'm going to wet it some more. Wait till you guys see the new product that I have coming your way. It arrived. I haven't played with it yet. I saw it at Creativation or NAMTA. And just wait until it just literally arrived. Wait till you see it. So I didn't get to show it to you guys yesterday, but I will show it to you. I don't know about this weekend. Maybe next weekend. This weekend for sure, we're going to do. Oh, thanks, Kateri. It's getting there. It's fun.
Thank you.
Okay. So we've got some blue. So now let's go ahead and run a little bit of brown because I want to put that pink on top. And the reason why is because Madison wanted that pink. So we're going to focus on bringing in that pink. Again, I do not have time right now. So as much as I love those pools, forgive me. I know you're going, no. I'm going to mop them up because I got to continue on. Let's do a little bit of brown. But this time, we're going to do it a little bit a lot more water. Let's put it that way. I do not want that brown to overpower the page. I just wanted to bring in a little bit of depth. So I am going to really, really soak this down. And do you see now why I started with the mixed media paper? Because I don't know where I'm going with this. And since I've thrown everything at this that you can imagine, we are just going to swoosh it around. Again, it's more of a wash than an actual color itself, right? Just creating some of that background. By the way, if something ever falls off the page and you still want it because you don't want to waste it, here's something that I do. It's a little harder when I'm on camera, but oh, come on. I simply come in and I mop it up like that. You see that? See what I did? I just scooped it and then ran it back through. Okay, let's dry that. Oh, hang on, I got a puddle here. Let's put this down and dry it. Again, that brown is not taking over my page. I do need brown here though. I don't know if I washed it off or if it was never there, but we need to bring in some brown. Right there. Okay, dokies. Swirl it back and forth. Kind of get it in the grooves and let's freeze it. It's a very light brown. I don't know. I hope you guys can see it. Very light, faint. Just created some shadows. But my page, you can still see all the teals, and which is what Madison wanted, the teals and the pinks. So I'm still focusing on those two colors. And if you're working on multiple pages because you have your stencils out, which is kind of cool because then you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to clean that stamp. I got to clean that stencil. You can do 4 or 5 or 6 of these and let this sit while you go work on the next one, right? Do your magicals on the next one and let that sit and do them. And by the time you come back to the first one, then you would have, you would have it a lot more dry, and then it doesn't take as long for you to have to dry it because you're not just waiting on one. All right, I'm going to dry this just a little bit more, and then we're going to come in with that pink. And then for the sake of time, we are pretty much going to wrap up after that. But I hope you guys got the idea, and I hope you are inspired to play because, oh my gosh, is it fun? It's too much fun. It's criminal. It's not right to have that much fun when you're a grown-up.
Okay, rope.
Oh my goodness, you silly goose. All right, we're going to go ahead and wet that a little bit more. Now I'm going to bring in that pink. And that pink is going to be the highlight, I hope. Let's see how strong of a pink this is.
Says better run, loves to make mess.
Bye. Thank you so much. If this is not a strong enough pink, I'll go get another one. I'm going to try, Madison. Let's see. I think it's going to do well. What do you guys think? I think we need more, though. Yeah, we need more pink. Let's go. Again, don't be afraid. If you don't like it, dry it up. Pick it up with a paper towel, and then you can use those beautiful paper towels for other stuff, right? I'm going to get my other water sprayer. Okay, here we go. Pink, pink, pink. By the way, feel free to use a brush, right? So if there's something you want to move to a certain area, grab your brush and move it. Where do you want it? Where do you want it? Nothing says, that there's only one way to take care of it. You can move it anywhere you like. If it's too concentrated on some areas, move it over. If I know I need more pink this way, I'm going to move it that way. If I need more pink this way, I'm going to move it that way, etc., etc. So, because I want to distribute that pink, right? I want to distribute the pink every which way. And I love how that is mixing with the brown a little bit, and it's creating this gorgeous, like a rust almost orange. Okay. So again, anything you're not happy with, move it. In my case, it's not that I'm not happy. It's just that I'm thinking if I cut this into ATCs, is every single bit going to have pink? If not, then I'm going to move it. Let's bring some of that from here. I'm just borrowing some. I think all of it is going to have pink for the most part. What do you guys think? I think pretty much everything is going to have pink now. All right, we're going to dry this one. You love this one? Oh, thanks. Well, the good news is they are scannable. So it's what I keep telling you guys. All we have to do is scan it, and then, we're going to come back in and reuse it for whatever we like. Uh-oh, yours too, Kateri? Man, what is it with this crazy weather? I'm so sick of it. I am actually afraid. Hurricane season is coming in for us. I don't even want to think about what's going to end up happening. Dear Lord, protect everyone, because it looks like the weather has gone berserk. Okie dokies, a little bit of drying, and then we need some splatters. What do you guys think? I think it's looking good. And again, so much more is going to happen to this once we cut it out. So it's just a base. It's basically the way you're thinking of it. This is my base, and I can always go ahead and do additional stamping and do additional inking. It's a good thing she got home safely, after that meetup. Dear God, she doesn't want to be out there driving in that. Awful. All right. I'm going to continue to dry this one just a little bit longer. Do you guys mind if I turn on my other heat gun? I know it's loud, but it's going to be faster. And right now, if it's too loud, feel free to mute. Or maybe I should mute. Let me know if I should mute. Hi, Diane. Thank you. Night, Annette. Okay, I hope that wasn't too loud. I didn't see anyone say mute. For the love of God, mute. So hopefully that wasn't too bad. So now we're going to create some splatters. Again, you can even use your magicals and create splatters. since we've already done the brush the first time, let's do it with magicals. Okay? So that you can see that even from the same jar, you know, the same set of magicals, and we can do splatters in blue, we can do splatters in pink, we can do, let's do them in brown. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of water on my mat. The same fan brush, I mean, I could use any brush, but the same fan brush I use, actually, you know what? I should have used a, what is this? Did I use pink? No, this is a chocolate brown. I was going to get that darker brown. It's called dark chocolate. Haha, how appropriate. Let's get the dark chocolate. There's also a creme brulee, a white one. That would be pretty too, huh? Some white splatters. But we did white splatters on the other. So let's go ahead. Ooh, that was a lot. Let's go ahead and use brown on this one just to change it up. And again, we're going to use our fan brush and the exact same product that we've already been using anyway. So we could do it all from one jar. There we go. Good splatters. If there's a splatter you don't like because you're like, ooh, that's a bit much, pick it up. But other than that, I like all the other splatters that I've got going on there. Maybe we need some more here, huh? That one corner just kind of says, more, please. Okay. And we didn't even get to use oxides and all that other stuff I wanted to show you, but that's okay too, right? Don't waste. Pick it up. Use this deliciousness later to create all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so what is left is for me to go ahead and dry this fully, right? This one's already dry. And then to go ahead and post some pictures in the Facebook group. Now, mind you, it's not done. Why is it not done? Like I mentioned to you, I am going to leave this. You got it. No, I'm going to scan it. I can put it in the group, Kateri, and you guys can print it out. How's that? But what I was going to say is I want to come in here with a pen, right? Some of my glaze pens maybe, or my Posca pens, the thinner ones, and do some more details and be able to create, you know, more specific details on it. Not to mention that we need to go ahead and do some distressing once we cut it. So, and as I mentioned, you know, these beautiful stamps like this right here, art, right? I can, now that I have an actual tag, I can decide where I want to place that, right? Any of my mixed media or even non-mixed media. Even if you have a beautiful floral stamp, right? You can cut that out and now put that floral wherever you want it. So that is coming next. So this, for all intents and purposes, is only a base. It is not the finish ordeal. It's not. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and scan these and put them in the group. But I'm also going to go ahead and photocopy them. I can't photocopy them now because they're wet and I don't want to put them in my flatbed copier. I'm going to go ahead and photocopy them. And then I'm going to use the ones that I photocopy to cut them up, come in and do all of my minute details like little dots, or, you know, again, going over with a Posca pen, some squiggles, maybe some faux stitching, or maybe real stitching, right? My focal point, all that other stuff is going to come after this. This is just...
The orange one is stunning.
Oh, thank you. This is just the base. This is just the beginning. That's all we've done. But by keeping it like this and not committing to putting a butterfly here, well, then later on, if I want to turn this like a soft grunge, I can, or a soft steampunk, I can. By not committing to put a floral on that one, I can decide that later on I want that to have gears, right? So again, I always advise that you keep them done, but not finished. Meaning it's just a base for you to now be able to create over and over and over again by photocopying it, okay? All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. Any questions for me before I go? I mean, you've seen them now done with paper, full on paper. Now you've seen them done with paint and other mediums like sprays and magicals. Again, we didn't get to the other products that I wanted to use, but it's okay. We ran out of time. It's all good. Next week, we're going to continue on and we're going to do some collaging and some other fun stuff. Okay. So I'll put a list of the supplies in the next week's. All I did was copy the description. So that description is not right. We're going to be using other stuff and I will be sure to put the list of supplies. So if you guys want to play along, you most certainly can. All right. Other than that, I am going to see you all on Friday. Yes, for Finish It Friday. Don't forget to join us when we work on projects that we want to finish. However, this coming Friday, again, for the month of May, we've changed it up and we are continuing with our embossing powder techniques. And boy, are we going to pick it up this coming week. So make sure that you guys join us for part 2 of embossing techniques.
Kateri says, thank you, Mighty Mouse. Love you all.
Oh, you too. Good night, everyone. And I'll see you also on Saturday for our live sale.
That's what I was going to say. Saturday at 4.
That's right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.